That was a solid clap, actually.
Bro, that one was loud as fuck.
Yeah, that kind of got me for a second.
God, dude, that shook my bones. Just as much as this shit. Welcome, boys, girls, everyone in between. We gotta talk some shit right off the bat. Got a family member I love dearly to death who brought up some story about a school here in Utah, Skyview High School, that's been going through some recent controversy. And some of the recent controversy has been that the only reason the school is acting upon it is because people are finally starting to talk about it. So I wanted to promise to take my moment to talk about it. Up in Skyview ahead of time, before Halloween, there was a student who showed up to a Halloween event in... God, I'm an asshole, actually. Connor, how you doing?
Oh, I'm good.
I just started that.
Don't worry about me. I'm not fucking here, man.
Anyways, okay.
You're going to wish I wasn't here in a minute. Don't worry.
Dude, that was horrid.
I'm going to make this bad.
God, man, I just started off. Okay, anyways. Do you remember the old Jimmy Kimmel skit where he used to come out? I think it was Fallon or Kimmel.
One of them.
One of the two. One of the Jimmys used to come out in the 90s as a Karl Malone character. And not only were they in blackface, but they were in a full black character costume that was all muscularized and essentially looked identical to Karl Malone. And they would just kind of clown on how he talked like a country boy. And just they'd make fun of him. At the time, of course, like, the conversation of blackface was not a thing, and they kind of flew in the comedy eyes. I hate to say I'm of the opinion that, like, I don't think he should be crucified by looking back on it with a current lens. It was maybe in poor taste, but no one was saying that at the time, so is that fair to scrutinize? I don't know. Either way, though, in today's... where we're at, that's a fair thing to scrutinize. We've had that conversation. It's been going on for a while. And a kid showed up to the Skyview High School thing in a basketball player wearing blackface. I don't know the full details. I think there's a lot of details of the whole event withheld, including names, which if I find one, I won't say. But just because there's a lot of my...
What are the school colors?
I think purple and... actually might be purple and gray or gold.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, if one of their colors was black, maybe that was part of it.
No.
Okay.
No, it sounds like it was like a total blackface situation. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing happened really in response.
You ever seen those face paint, like, kits that you can get from, like, Halloween stores?
Yeah.
And how every time on the package it shows them, it'll be like the green color and the person with a full green face, the red color person with a full red face, the blue color full blue face. But once it gets to black, they like throw a black line and like two other colors, so it's like team colors. So they don't have a guy doing blackface on their advertisement.
Oh my gosh.
That's smarter than whatever this guy did.
Do you think it's also a little bit on the parents? Like, I'm assuming this is a kid.
I'll get
like
to that in a
now. Hold on though. Is there a point like? I don't want to sound like I'm making an argument for blackface one bit here, but I'm trying to argue that I think it's more on the parents than it is the kids, because like this kid might love basketball, might idolize a certain basketball player, might have seen a certain costume that was in a costume shop made by adults.
Right.
With the black paint and all this stuff, you know what I mean?
I can't imagine, though, any high school kid sitting down and being so detached from, like...
You remember high school, though, was freshmen, dog.
No, I'd say even freshmen can sit down and be like, damn, I probably shouldn't dress up with blackface if I'm going to dress up like a basketball player.
100%. Now, how much more responsibility is that on that than I think most of the time that's probably going to be a parent buying them that outfit, so...
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No, I know exactly this kid's situation, most likely.
So he just went out, went to the store, bought that shit?
He's trying to piss off his parents.
You think so?
I know so. I know a kid.
You wanna know how much? Can I tell you about a time in my time in high school when I wore a shitty, culturally appropriated costume?
Bro, I've seen white power fist.
Oh, that... God damn it! Why you gotta interject with that and just kill my whole credibility? Dude? I didn't even know that was a thing when I made the painting.
Exactly.
I didn't even know.
But that's the thing. That's a more reasonable thing to be like. I didn't
just
know.
learned how to
Like,
paint hands in
that,
art.
That in your mind is
was
just
a
like,
great
yeah,
thing.
I picked the wrong color combo doing this. Bad call. But at no point did a kid sit down and be like, you know, in hindsight, maybe I should have went full purple instead of black on my face.
Yes. And then also, though, there was a time in which, like, a girl I dated in high school just convinced me that, like, she forced me into, I don't want to say forced me, but, like, you know how you are at that time. Like, a girl tells you, like, all right, this is what we're doing. I was kind of a yes man, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
And it was like a full Indian headdress, leather vest, like the most appropriated. I will pull up here in a minute and show you a picture of it, but it's the
We'll do it after the show.
It's the worst appropriated outfit ever, you know what I mean? But to me at the time, I'll be blunt, there was no thought put into it.
No, you were going in with the intention of getting with a girl.
Yes. This is what we're going to wear when we get drunk at the party tonight. We'll have the matching outfit. We'll get to be the cool couple, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Pussy said, wear this, I wear this.
Yes, exactly. 100%. That's what it was. So I just...
That's what I'm saying. There's like a very big difference between like...
So that's what I wonder about this kid, the A kid, how much of it was... Because there's also, I'll be blunt with you, I went to a University of Utah. I'm fucking outing myself on this podcast. Yeah. Whatever here. I went to a University of Utah football game in like 2011. It was a blackout game. And they were selling black face paint. And essentially encouraging everybody to wear black clothes and paint their faces with black face paint.
You telling me about this.
At the game. And at no point did anybody say, was this blackface? We were all like, nah, this is against TCU. This is the blackout game. Dude, like, everybody.
You want to know the dumbest thing the U has done since that, though?
What?
They hold their blackout event. They sell the hats and everything through the blackout event. And they also host a Black History Month thing in the cafeteria area.
No.
Yeah, and it's just like, you can't call the Black History thing blackout. Like, there's no way to interpret that doesn't sound like blacks out.
Dude, it's all just such in poor taste, and I don't know how to look back and justify other than say that, like, I genuinely, at the time, now you can say that, like, people doing it's a conscious choice. People choosing to, like...
Bro, it came back to the forefront when pictures of Trudeau came out wearing that shit.
Yes!
And it's just like, hey, this is a fucking issue.
I gotta find... I know I have at least one picture of that. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, that's not the big issue of this whole story that I'm presenting.
That was the minor.
That was the first one. Okay, by the way, all right, I found them right here. Okay, I'm going to show you. I don't know. You tell me if we're going to be allowed to show them on actual. This is me at the blackout game.
It's not the worst blackface I've seen. I'll put it that way.
It's horrid. It's literally, I tried to paint myself with, like, black paint.
Yeah,
drunkenly.
But honestly, this looks more like you're wearing a face mask. Like a charcoal face mask.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. I've seen people that do, like, the neck, the ears, the forehead, all that shit. Your stuff stops at the brow line.
Everyone was just, the truth is they were giving out those eye black markers, you know, that you're supposed to draw a line. And I was wasted as fuck, and I decided just to, like, in a moment of not thinking, I was like, you guys do your whole little...
I think the worst part about this is you can see all the white faces in the background. It looks like you're the only one that did it.
And I'm not, though. That's horrid. Shut up, okay? This is ruining my whole argument. Here's my outfit for the other one, okay? So, like, hey, do you see that pipe in my hand right there?
Yeah.
I just found it. That's a legit, this is legit an Indian pipe made by a chief with a fucking deer skull elbow that was hundreds of dollars that this ex-girlfriend's mom bought for me on a whim because she was really drunk. That's hand-beaded leather, actual bone. It has been used, yes. Connor is flicking it to test the truth.
Yeah, that's bone.
This is real.
Right here looks like plastic.
It's been like, this is real. This was at a trading shop, like a Navajo trading shop in Arizona.
Dude,
anyways,
I've been to numerous of those.
So like, because I got that, that's what encouraged. Truthfully, buying that pipe was like, okay, well, we're gonna have this whole costume set up, and then at the end of the night, we're gonna shove that thing full of drugs and smoke it like idiots. You know what I mean?
A reasonable thing to do.
Okay, so I don't necessarily want to say I blame the kid for showing up blackface on the NBA kid. Right. Totally dumb. Whatever.
I think his goal was to get a reaction. At most.
Do you know? Do you know? I don't know. I think it's a 50. I don't want to say it's 50-50. There's a chance that there's a reaction. There's a chance he's an idiot. If he's an idiot, though, in today's day and age, that's extra idiot.
Well, he's trying to get a reaction the dumbest way possible. He's not thinking about the consequences. He just thinks, yeah, this will incite something. And that's all he wants. He wants to incite something. Whether he wants to incite something big or he just wants his parents to pay a little bit more attention to him because they now have to pick him up from the principal's office. Who knows?
So, the bigger issue of this day is the kid that showed up in a KKK outfit.
Yeah. Which
to me is the whole reason I presented the argument that there's one different than the other. I don't.
Honestly, these could be isolated events entirely, too.
Yes.
Like, I
don't know the details. I tried to get that information. I really hope I can get that from my family member who's told me all about this. You know what I mean? But I don't know the time spacing, but I think I think there's two things can be bad, but I think one thing can be more bad than another. I don't think things are as black and white, you know what I mean? And I think kid showing up in a blackface NBA costume, whatever that is, pretty bad. Yeah. Showing up in a KKK costume is I want to say you're really magnifying that.
You know 100% what you're doing.
You know exactly. There is no mistake. There is no confusion. You know exactly what the fuck you're doing. Yeah. And there was no response from the school until about this whole student with the KKK uniform. Mm-hmm. And the issue is I'm pretty sure, I want to say this guy's name's right so I don't get them wrong, so I can call them out. Tim Smith, fuck you. I don't know, maybe. He might have done all right. I don't know. Fuck him, though. He said, he essentially came out and said, which I hate, that they didn't respond to the first incident because no one said anything, and they really responded solely to the KKK costume because people were talking about it. Mm-hmm. And he essentially came out and said if nothing had been said, we would have pretended it never happened.
Right. I mean, that's basically standard practice for most instances. If you can keep the incident lowbrow and keep going, then it's a success in a lot of people's books, especially businesses. Schools, different, but I think the goal of this guy was not to be thrown on the news. So if he could keep it undercover and just take care of it internally, it wouldn't hit the news. But it did not work out because he did not do it properly, and so now it hit the news.
Now, I'll also say, I was told by my family member that students who had been vocalizing this were essentially, and I don't know the means to this, so I don't want to speak on, I don't know the answers, but being forced to remove the posts, speaking about it. And fuck that. So, I mean, a quote from this guy, Tim Smith, is, yes, it was handled differently. There was an outcry about that event. So he essentially, the issue I have here is in a society where we're trying to denounce outcry, it shouldn't require outcry to have a situation quelled. That should be quelled and dealt with, and maybe I think, in my opinion, publicly, so that there does not have to be that societal outcry, protest, all these things. So that we don't got to open up the podcast, for 20 minutes where I can talk some shit on this guy. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't this be handled by maybe the local news station who's like, dang, this is a pretty big story. Some kids at the school were spouting some race. Because it gets worse. We haven't finished the whole story here. So they went on to go forward with that event by bringing a diversity expert, Dr. Jackie Thompson, into Skyview to give a presentation. And I'm going to read a Instagram post from somebody that was directly there. To give a presentation on racism after students dress up on Halloween in blackface and KKK. During the assembly, racial slurs can be heard. Dr. Jackie proceeds to show a video that gives examples of racism and white privilege, and the kids get mad. Since they've learned nothing about white privilege, a teenage boy who's deemed himself the most privileged, this is where I think this person's definitely getting a little heated in their argument, which I do myself, but there's some heated language. He gets on the stage, dismisses a grown professional black woman with a PhD as she is speaking, takes the microphone from her and goes into a racist colorblind rant, not totally understanding the irony that he is acting out in real time exactly what Dr. Jackie's talking about, and that he felt like he had the right to dismiss her in the way, and what he had to say was way more important than what she had to give. The parents and the student got mad, complained to the principal. He gets scared, throws Dr. Jackie under the bus, and blames everything on not vetting a 4-minute video about racism and white privilege after kids in his school dress up in blackface and KKK.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. Not a single news story about it. Not a one. Yeah. So, according to this single source, it sounds, which I have had confirmed by somebody who was there at the assembly, that's exactly what happened. The student got up on stage, ripped the mic from the hand, and just wondering what the fucking adults are fucking doing here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not. They're not doing anything.
They're not.
Yeah.
And that's I think the big problem. And I think they're not doing anything because no one's talking about it.
I think part of it too is like the real world consequences fall on the adults. At the end of the day, these kids are gonna go home.
That's what I'm saying. And
so they're too afraid to touch it because they're the ones that no matter how they touch it, lose. And so they think the best thing they can do is not touch it and be safe in doing that, I guess.
But I feel bad for all the kids involved in this.
Yeah.
There's some dumb shit done on these kids' behalf. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I think that 100%, like, all the blame on the whole handling of this whole situation in so many links in this chain could have been broken by an adult making the right decision. And I just hate to say I don't think that happened.
Yeah.
And
that's the other thing too, is like, because they had the whole assembly related to it, but they didn't properly punish the kids basically got a whole day dedicated to them.
Exactly. Glorified.
Yeah. Not only that, but the video probably was, in effect, a shot in the foot for them. Because if you have people doing blatantly racist stuff and then you throw up a video about white privilege and racism, that's not going to make all the white people in the audience be like, oh, they did do racist
we
stuff.
Messed up.
It's going to be like, oh, well, why am I to blame for someone else doing blatant racist shit?
Oy, 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 it's just a mess.
It is.
And I genuinely think all around, like, as much as it can be an issue on the kids, I still think it's just the adults.
No,
it's the superintendent, the principal.
Mike Monson. I saw his name fucking on there. The way Mike Monson should have went about
Who's this motherfucker?
He's
Mike
the
Monson.
principal.
I'm seeing a different name now. Oh, yeah, Mike Monson.
Yeah,
Mike Monson. Let's talk about
Mike
you,
motherfucker.
Opened
up with basically
Mike.Monson at ccsdut.org.
Mm-hmm. Take the kid, punish him, send out a vague email. Okay. It's
Send out a video. Please do something.
Yeah. Just tell parents, there was a very inappropriate costume today. It has been handled. We do not stand for this kind of deal. That's all the email had to say. KKK kid happened. You do the same exact thing. It is a repeat. We are now encouraging parents.
We're now doubling down on this. This is the second instance.
This is strike 2. Parents, watch what your kids are leaving the house wearing. This is unacceptable kind of deal. Okay.
You got to have some responsibility here. We'll have some responsibility. Let's work together.
Right. Instead, it sounds like they went a little too under the rug. Probably didn't even punish. Just basically told them, look, if you take it off, we won't punish you kind of deal, and we'll keep this between us. Is probably how they went about it with those 2 instances.
Right. We'll keep this hush-hush.
But no, it's fucking coward, spineless bullshit.
That's what I think. Like, the whole situation, like, on the kids is one issue. And I don't want to necessarily dive into that because I don't feel like I have the education and the knowledge to speak on, like, I'll be blunt, how to deal with, like, internalized racism in kids. I don't know.
That's one of the things. It corrects itself to a degree. I mean...
Bro, it corrects itself to a degree. Did we not just talk about for a little bit how I literally just admitted in this whole segment that I went to a game...
I want to tell you about one of my best friends.
Please.
In high school, this man was hell-bent on getting in trouble to give his mom a hard time. Because he did not want to live with his mom. He wanted to live with his dad, but his dad lived in, like, a different state. And so he was stuck with his mom. He hated his mom. Did not get along with her. To this day, only refers to her by her first name. So he started off small. Drew some swastikas.
I'm sorry to distract you. We were playing TCU and I literally showed up in blackface with a sign that said "Frogs beware" with a frog being strangled.
All right.
By the neck. So that was my full.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So.
Okay.
What did he do? So he started off small.
My bad.
He doodled swastikas on desks and shit like that, but it was like the poorly done ones. Like
just to get out,
serious.
Just
yeah,
to get out,
like the little stick figure, 3 left angles, 3 L's kind of shit. Wasn't doing anything, so he bumped it up a little, threw a few slurs here and there. Still wasn't doing anything. Got caught saying some slurs. Really nothing happened. He got to the point where he bought a Johnny Rebels CD, would blast it out of his car every time he came to school, so the entire neighborhood could hear. And then he got out and he personally referred to every single one of his teachers as Big N-word, hard R. The man never got a write-up, never got punishment, nothing. Did that for all 4 years of high school. Yeah, big fat white kid.
I think we talked about this.
Yeah.
I actually think we've talked about this on the pod before. Finish the story
received no punishments for this. And now he is like flower child, super liberal, super hip, hangs out with members of like multiple diverse communities, LGBT, all that stuff. It's like completely changed person because he no longer lives with his mom. He has no reason to try and get her in trouble.
And not only that, but can I say along that same line of like not only when you don't have the stakes of getting in trouble that like take that away from you, but like
he wanted attention and he didn't get it.
Yes.
And now he no longer needed it, so he was done.
Why wasn't it even an issue before? I think I had a point like that in my life too, and I think I was saying a lot of dumb shit. You know what I mean? A lot of words that aren't acceptable now. You know what I mean? And I was spouting off in nonsense. But I changed. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now here we are, like talking about how like, and that's why I don't want to focus the issue like I'm saying on the story on the kids who made these dumb mistakes. Because they can learn from this, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're at the age where they are moldable and changeable.
They can learn from this, and they can become better, and they can become advocates.
Bro, any of these people go to an out-of-state college, they will probably be exposed to communities.
Exactly.
And they will change.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, these kids have a chance. I don't think these adult-ass superintendents, these principals, these people are set in their laurels. You know what I mean? Like, these guys ain't changing. Steve Norton, Mike Monson, Philip Morris, all you bitch asses.
No, it's kind of been proven that most people stop changing their worldviews by about like 35, 45 in that range. And then about 45 to 50, they just hate the concept of change. And that's why the funniest thing that exists in like political theory is that people swap left and right constantly, but they all end conservative. Almost every single one of them ends on the conservative.
Who does? Sorry, who swaps back and forth and then ends conservative? Everyone?
Everyone kind of has the potential to swap back and forth until they're about 50, and then like 99% of 50
I think the issue with that argument is stated around you're not conservative until you have money, and then once you have money, you don't want anybody to touch it, so you start.
No, it's more resolved around when you get older, you're more tired, worn out, and you don't really like things changing around you anymore. And you're more adverse to change because the world is now changing too quickly for you.
I agree with that a little bit about that culturally, but I think it's more a fiscal thing that keeps people on either side.
No, not even, because a lot of
I'm gonna disagree with you on that.
No, dude, do you understand that the biggest proponent of Republicans are evangelical Christians who for the majority are
abortion?
Yeah.
Single party voters.
For the majority too.
So we're not I thought we were
over 50 black and Hispanics. Because by about that point, they have something happen in their life that pushes them back towards religion. And then they become more conservative in their ideals.
I don't know the stats on that.
It's pretty big.
I just know the stats on most white people once they get money.
Yeah.
Flip there. And I know that.
That's
and I'm not going to say their name, but like I have a friend who lived out of a car that wasn't his. Mm-hmm. He's going to hate me if he hears this story.
Oh, don't tell it. I know who you're talking about.
But a long story short, he's got things going for him now. Mm-hmm. And back then, man, he was like, he had the most liberal mindset I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. And now is on the farthest of right side of things. You know what I mean? And I
had a friend like that too. He was basically like, pot smoker, lover of all in high school, and now he's like a hardcore racist in Alaska. And it's just something happened to him. I don't know what. But what's weird is like he still has the potential to change his worldviews if he gets put in a different environment.
Right.
There's a lot of people that just don't change it. It's even weird too. Like if you look at a lot of people that you think would fall into the Democratic minority group of like either Black, Hispanic, or LGBT, once they hit about 50, yeah, they still hold ideals that relate to them specifically, but they'll still hold other ideals that are more conservative.
Do you also think that there's just so many people that get to that age that they decide on a single party voting thing that is one of the tenets of the standard conservative party?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Whether it's a fiscal one, whether it's either taxes, abortion, or guns.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of the three of those.
Because, like, think about what are some of the biggest, most appealing things to liberal votes.
But, dude, you say that blanketly, and I think that's not true.
No. Think about what are
because I think the age issue is what I'm saying is not true though. Okay. You know what I mean? Because I think we have traditionally lived in areas where once you get to that age, you know what I mean. But like when I was out in Cali, you know what I mean. Like I had some old people who were just like the most hippie democratic people I had ever met in my entire life, and just a snapshot of them. You know what I mean? I was like...
On some stuff, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think on most shit. Because they're the same ones keeping that state, blue. So I don't think it's... I think it might be fair to say a lot of people tend to move in that way. Yeah. But I don't think it's all in as high of a percentage as you think.
Well, you got to remember, 99% still... Like, 1% of the U.S. population is still like 100,000 people.
Yeah.
So that's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
But that's still an incredible amount of people that once they hit about that 50 55, like that area range, they kind of just become set in their ideals. And a lot of times those ideals fall conservative just because of like the demographic they fall into now.
So that's what I'm just, I think there's a lot more location. I think there's a lot of other stuff that has to do with it rather than just age.
There is.
Your financial status has a huge dealing to do.
That's another thing too. It's like a lot of financial pushes by the Democratic Party have to do with like free school, free healthcare, shit like that. If you're at that point in life where you're 50 something years old, you don't really care about free.
You're mad that you had to pay for college.
Exactly. You don't really care about free healthcare anymore because you've already paid for your healthcare.
That's why I'm like, I don't. Like, I know the phrase typically tends to be that the older you get, the more conservative you get. Yeah. And I know that
I'm not
saying
true. Like the age is what defines it. It's that when you hit that age, all the factors around you tend to also define it. Your interests are now more related to someone in their 50s. Your, needs in life change.
Can I make an argument then?
Sure.
It's really starting to sound like the older you get, the more selfish you get.
It is.
I'm gonna just say that, and I am making a wild personal opinion stance on political parties, but
it honestly makes sense though if you think about it.
The older you get, the more you start saying, "Fuck you all, stay the way. This is my shit. You can fuck off."
Yeah, especially when you spend your whole time getting to that point, not receiving.
So what's gonna happen to the people in this generation that can't get to that point? Can't get to home ownership, can't get to this place where you can look at everyone else and say, fuck you, this is my shit, not yours. Mm-hmm. But all these young people who, like, dude, I don't know. I'm 30. Mm-hmm. Most of the kids I graduated with should own homes right now, right? Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's going to come down to, for a lot of them, they might actually kind of hit a point where they're just like, okay, I've been going blue this whole time and here I am. What happens if I try going red? A lot of people probably hit that point in their 30s.
Yeah, I think you're right.
They'll probably be like, what happens? Like, what's the worst that can happen? I'd lose my apartment?
You know what I think actually I might be? I just realized a part of my argument is I don't deny that it happens. Because it definitely does. Mm-hmm. Maybe more I'm upset at the reality.
Well, yeah, because that implies that it's going to happen to you. And you don't want that to happen to you. I mean, everyone wants to be like, yeah, I'm not... I think The Simpsons did it best with that stupid bit with his dad, Homer's dad, where he comes in...
I'm not familiar.
He comes in at one point because Homer and his friend are doing something when they're like teenagers that's hip, and they give him a hard time for not understanding it. And he's like, I was hip once, but then hip became new and scary, and I didn't understand it. And it's going to happen to you.
Fuck.
And then it like cuts back to the future of him reacting the same way to something Bart's doing.
I don't know, because I feel that there are some people who move with the times, and there are people that don't.
And then,
I hate to say, I really hate to say it, I think a lot of the people who are moving with the don't. Part of people clinging on to old ideals, you know what I mean? And I really hope that I'll be one to hold on to and listen to new ideals, because I have been already in my adult life, already in 10 years changed a lot of beliefs.
Yeah.
I have, you know what I mean?
I mean, they've shown it too. There are like a lot of people that are older that do hold on to like a few things here and there, but stuff still swaps for them. Like there are people that still hold on to racial issues and sexuality issues and women's rights.
Are those all religious issues though? Like, can't you all blame them?
No, because like I said, it still also falls into they're no longer going to really care about free college. They've at that point probably already paid off any.
How many atheists care about racial issues, women's issues, like any of that shit? Bluntly.
Actually, quite a bit.
Well, like, care about preserving them, I mean. Not care about, like...
Oh, like, not changing them?
Yes. Do you get... Sorry, that question I could have...
I see.
I mean, like, I think most atheists want women's rights, want everyone equal. I genuinely think it's just like the Mormons are the ones who spent $8 billion in California fighting anti-gay laws. They can hide that they did that, but they in 2008 fought Prop 8 with $8 billion. You know what I mean? And they can claim to be a champion of being equal to people, but if you put $8 billion trying to suppress the rights of another person, you can fuck yourself. You know what I mean? So I think too many of those people who fall into those categories you just lived in, I hate to say it,
Yeah, religion is definitely a big thing on it, but there's also still, like, there are people out there that, whether it be experience or exposure, will still fall to stuff. Like, an atheist in California is going to hold different views than an atheist in Wyoming.
Oh, 100%.
Because an atheist in Wyoming has probably never met a black person before.
Do you think... Ooh. Trying to find a way to, like... really phrase the question I'm thinking in my head here.
Yeah.
Because you just brought up an interesting thing there of, like, exposure to religions, which I think are...
Well, exposures to religions, exposures to people.
Or different cultures.
Yeah,
you know
cultures.
What I mean? Like, and which ones can be valued.
Mm-hmm.
Which ones can be valued more. I think one of the reasons I think more freely is because I was raised as a Mormon kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 5th grade, my parents told me I could go to any private school I wanted to because I was abused by my 4th grade teachers. They wanted to pull me out. I've told this story before.
Yeah.
They wanted to pull me out. They said, "Where do you want to go?" I said, "I want to go to this Greek school with my buddies."
Right.
And they were like, "What the fuck?" And I was more accepted by the Greek community as the Mormon kid that was just there hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the Mormons all of a sudden were like, "Yo, like, why are you going to this Greek school? That's weird." And that really cemented to me as a young child, like, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? Like, I know we'd be having a different conversation if our boy Jay was here right now. And I don't want to, in respect to him, I don't want to sound like I'm just in general trashing on religion. So I don't want that to be
my high school was 50% Hispanic, about 30% Asian, and about 16% black. Rest was white.
Yeah, small percentage.
Mm-hmm. Our rival school, which was about 5 miles from us, was about 90% white. I've met people there that have no clue how to interact with a black person.
Mm-hmm.
It's the funniest thing to see. We had cops called on us because we played gangster rap from our car once, picking up our friend from that school. It's the funniest thing.
They just don't know.
Yeah. There's culture clash. White kids playing gangster rap in their car, in their parking lot.
Can we finish this sad ass segment off with
Yeah.
like a really bold moment?
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna make our first ever live TikTok.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
The youth of Skyview.
Yeah. Because we're the most youthful people on the
Youth
planet.
of Skyview need to have this social media moment. I just want to make sure I can.
You shout out to Skyview. Yeah, guillotine your principal.
I'm not there yet. I am going to start a live video. I don't even know how to make TikToks from a camera. I've never made one. So we're figuring this out live. Okay, I got the camera on me. God, Jesus, my eye looks fucked up. Oh, you could change how long. I'm going to set it at least up to 3 minutes because I might be going here for a second. Like, you don't know. You can do 15 seconds, 60 seconds, or 3 minutes, apparently. I'm going to do 3 just in case so I have, like, full time.
I mean, it doesn't have to be 3.
No.
You can stop
No,
it,
you can
right?
stop
Okay.
it whenever.
Okay.
Like, that's a dumb... Why should it just always be...
There's 3 minutes.
3.
Take it or leave it. It's like,
Oh, I didn't change it to 60
I
seconds.
only had 2.5 minutes.
Oh, no!
Stare at my dog for 30 seconds.
What's up, my Skyview friends? I want to say some shit here. Fuck your superintendent, Steve Norton. Fuck your president, Mike Monson. Fuck Philip Morris. I don't want to read all these other names. That's a lot of them. You
get
can
the gist.
all those names. You know how to spell them. They're easy names. You can put a period in the middle of the name and do at ccsdut.org. You should email them about some preposterous things they've been doing regarding some dumb ass bullshit not covering race relations in their school, essentially. Some dumbass kids, unless it gets talked about. So let's talk about it. Do you want to say anything, Connor?
Yeah, go back to destroying your bathrooms. It makes a better message than anything else you can do. Property destruction is unignorable and unpinnable if you do it right. I stand by that. There are kids that threw Molotov cocktails in my bathroom and still have not been caught.
I would actively encourage all of you not to destroy your school's bathrooms. Actually, it sounds like some bullshit. However, fuck these guys. Tell Skyview. Love you, homies. Peace out. I'm going to just post this shit raw.
There you go.
Don't know how to. Oh, you could add sounds. How do you do this? I'm learning live how to
I don't
make
know
TikTok.
how the hell TikTok works.
Dude, that's what
I don't
I'm
own
saying.
TikTok.
The irony of all of this is actually my family member who brought all of this story to me is the one who runs our TikTok account.
I got the blacklist site on my phone, like.
And I'm just trying to be cool. Oh, describe your video. How do you describe it?
Politically charged punk rock band.
Text to speech? What's that?
It basically means if you don't want to talk, you can type what you're saying and it speaks it for you. I think they got one that sounds like
It sounds like that crazy bitch that we all know. That's like
the robot lady.
What about captions? Will it caption all my F words?
I don't know if it actually captions it live. I think you have to manually caption it yourself.
Oh, dude. Bro, it's got it all captioned.
Yeah?
Bro! TikTok's the shit.
Yeah?
Dude!
I'm gonna be on TikTok, ma. China got my facial data now, ma.
Bro, check this out here. It's like, it's got my words.
Wow, it's really going for it.
I
I think it messed up some of the audio, though.
That's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect.
Was Philip Morris a person?
Philip Morris is one of the ones I said fuck you to.
Okay.
Mike Monson.
I thought it just really messed up Mike Monson with Philip Morris. Like,
no, the second one. The second one. So I just turned it to school. Okay, all right.
Does it pick up everything I say?
I don't know. We had to listen to it, but I don't want to turn it on to redo the audio.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you want to say anything, Connor?
Yeah, go back to destroying your bathroom.
He definitely hears you. Okay,
Perfect.
okay, we good. Do we want to add filters? I don't know, dude. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh, continue.
This is like the
Oh,
two
no.
brain
What
cells
happened?
that
What happened?
panic in a middle school girl's head every time she makes a TikTok. This is what she's thinking in real time.
No. Where'd my words go?
You lost your words?
Yeah, I lost my caption. I'm so fucked at TikTok. I just got to get the words back, and then I got to post it.
Do it.
I'm there. I'm so close. Save. I'm hitting next. Describe your video. How do I describe it? Oh, fuck. You probably shouldn't swear in my description.
No, yeah.
Sky view
High has to burn.
sucks ass. Sky view super Sky view principal sucks. Is that good? Is that creative?
I'm gonna go home. I bought sake that basically tastes like water. It's dangerous.
Sake that tastes like water?
Yeah, it is dangerous.
Why would you do that?
Well, because you get to get drunk off drinking essentially water. It doesn't taste like anything.
Oh my god, dude.
It's like iced water. Huh.
I forgot about hashtags and caption and all of that.
Oh, yeah. Those are important.
Hold on, though. Good thing I got a lovely social media team here. Shouts out to them. Who gave me a blank tags template. I won't lie. God, will you hold this episode over for a second while I make this, Connor? Jesus
Yeah. Let me pull up our topic.
I'm sorry. That
Let me talk about.
rude.
I'll talk about the Jackie Chan
Yes,
CCP.
please.
All right. So I went down this weird fucking rabbit hole, and who knows how much of it's true. But are you familiar with Bruce Lee versus Ip Man?
Bruce Lee versus Ip Man?
Yeah. So Bruce Lee, famous Chinese martial artist,
I know who Bruce Lee
came
is,
to
you
America,
dickhead.
made a shit ton of films, is very proudly American. China didn't like this. China wants martial arts movies to be made by China. So China made the Ip Man series as competition to try and knock out Bruce Lee. Ip Man is basically Chinese propaganda. So they made this shit. Well, America loves competition, so they kept making Bruce Lee movies and kicking their ass in sales.
Okay.
So here came Plan B, Jackie Chan. China wanted to have their very own David Hasselhoff. And so they were going to make it out of Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan has a full-on music career. And it's actually not half bad, but it all sounds like
I
rip.
thought Jackie Chan also had like a slight porn career at the beginning.
I don't know about that, but very talented voice.
Okay.
But all his songs sound like 80s synth songs that are either love songs or cop chase music that basically falls in the same line of David Hasselhoff's genre. So he was doing good. He was becoming Chinese David Hasselhoff.
Chinese David Hasselhoff.
And so their plan was to send him to America to basically knock Bruce Lee out as the top martial artist movie guy.
With Jackie Chan.
And then have a pro-Chinese martial artist in all the American kung fu movies.
Okay.
What they didn't account for is that Jackie Chan really admired Bruce Lee.
Oh, like it was his hero. Mm-hmm. The whole reason he got into this shit.
Mm-hmm. And another part of it is that it's believed that China tried to basically dump this campaign against Jackie Chan of like, he's better than you, you're nothing compared to him, you should resent him kind of deal, and instead it just like filled him with respect for this man. And so when he came and met him and actually interacted with him, it didn't take much for Bruce Lee to basically convert Jackie Chan to join the pro-America, I love being American
Nice.
thing. So when Bruce Lee died, which there's a few arguments that China assassinated Bruce Lee,
Okay.
Jackie Chan eventually did replace Bruce Lee as the #1 American movie martial artist. But it backfired on China because by that point, Jackie Chan was all, I love America.
Oh, no. Yes, they both were.
And so they were talking about, too, like, some of the things that changed him was when he was in Hollywood, he's just like, I've never been able to decline a movie before. And so he did it just to see what it felt like, but then he actually wanted to be in that movie. So, like, a week later, he called them up and he's like, I'm sorry, I never declined a movie before. I just wanted to see if I could. So, can I still do the movie? And they're like, yeah, please.
Oh, jeez,
like,
dude.
I don't think you understand. You are, like, huge echelon name. We need you in this movie kind of deal.
Jesus Christ, dude. And they just, like, their whole plan just backfired.
It 100% backfired. He is now, like, basically he became the new Bruce Lee in every dynamic to it, too. And I think even now still, he's still pretty pro-American and does all the martial arts movies still.
Okay.
Which is impressive because I think he's, like, almost 60-something now.
Oh, Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
I know, we should look that up. Sorry, I'm typing hashtags. I can't find that thing I said earlier.
How old is Jackie Chan? How old is Jackie Chan? He's 67.
What an old ass, dude.
I know. He's still going pretty good.
Still rocking all his own stunts.
I remember one of the things they were talking about is like that man could climb anything. And there's like clips online of just, they'd put him in a random scenario and he just ad-lib climb it. Like they wouldn't even choreograph something for him because they're like, we couldn't come up with something better than he could on the spot. So they just tell him, it's like, yeah, in this scene you scale this building and get to the second floor balcony. And he's like, okay. And then he goes up and he just like looks at it and then does it.
Dude, just first try?
Basically a lot of times, yeah.
Dude. I've been like learning how to skate recently. Mm-hmm. And there's some skaters that I respect because they're like known for just like seeing these insane tricks and just landing them first attempt. You know what I mean? And I'm like, everyone else in the whole world's got to fucking try it 30 times. Jackie Chan's just out here like, just jump off this building once, hit some cha-cha-chas, some karate chops, and I'll be good. Damn it, I'm so close. You guys, I'm almost made my first TikTok. Are you proud of me?
It's going to be a big moment for us.
Bro.
Trying to see what other stuff we had to talk about.
What other like things do you hashtag?
Did you add the school?
Yeah.
Did you add us?
I got Prepared for Nothing. Podcast. Utah Podcast. Skyview High School.
Probably just like
Comedy. Because we're funny.
Yeah, and then just leave it at that. You only need like 5 tags from what I understand. They don't really take anything after that.
I was going to say, I thought more better. Is that not true?
It depends because I'm only.
Is there like a limit?
I think you can like put as many as you want, but like your first 3 are the most prominent ones that actually go into the system.
I'm going to take one out then. Because I want these other 3 to be first. Yeah. There we go.
I think that's at least how it works on Instagram, but I don't know.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're learning how to do social media live on the podcast here at the 30-minute mark where nobody's listening. Where are we at even?
We're 40?
52? Jesus.
Yeah. We're about
Christ,
to finish
bro.
with this.
Holy hell. Have we only done one topic this entire time?
Kind of. I mean, we bounced around to like 5 or 6 subtopics. I don't know, man. Just upload that and we'll call it.
I'm trying, dude. Every time I think it's an easy thing, there's like more steps it asks me.
Listeners at home, give us your power so that way Justin can figure out how to submit a TikTok.
Did it just go away again?
Or did you submit it?
No.
You lost it all?
Yeah. Oh, no. We're good. I don't know if there's a caption anymore. Oh, it's there. Post. I hit post.
He's live?
I think so. What? Where is... Oh, man. God damn it. This is... Bro, we on TikTok, dude.
Yeah?
We made one.
We made a TikTok.
It's up there. Go promote it, guys. We love you. Let's do one small thing real quick.
That really take us 15 minutes, though, to post a single TikTok?
Dude, I'm trying to listen to your things and be an engaging host, but I'm also trying to think of and type hashtags, and I'm also trying to, like, monitor. There's too many things going on in my brain at once. This is why I can't be in charge of this shit. I want to talk one more thing here.
All right. We got 7 minutes. Let's talk it.
But this is a 7-minute
All right.
And I don't think we should show this picture, but in Discord, there's a picture I sent you that was dude smoking meth at the skate park.
I remember you talking about that. I couldn't really see the blood thing
so
you were talking about.
it's hard to see from there, but if I pull it up on my phone...
Okay.
And I will show it to you. Okay, so I'm skating at the skate park the other day. I show up, and there's nobody there. Except for there's this dude on the bench next to the skate park, and he's folded over in half. And when I say folded over in half, I mean his legs are man spread, and his face is between his knees.
Oh, God. Okay.
He's in that position you just saw me for 20, 30 minutes.
Whoa.
I'm skating alone in the skate park. And eventually, while he's in that folded up position, he starts pulling up his pants and itching his legs. And at the beginning of when I see him, there's no like cuts or nothing on his leg. His leg looks fine, right? Mm-hmm. He starts picking at it like the tip. This is really a sad story.
Does he just scratch himself until he bleeds?
Bro, he scratches the fuck out of his legs till they are bleeding bad. Okay, now like look at it zoomed in on my phone.
Oh,
those are all not scabs. Those are open wounds that are dripping blood down his leg. So I'm talking he goes from no scabs or nothing on his leg to on his right calf. You got to say that's what, like 8 to 12 open bleeding wounds, right?
Yeah.
And then also this guy has about 6 dreads on his head.
Okay.
Like he's got a lot of hair.
All right.
But they're clumped into like one gigantic dread here, one here. Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
Like he's just out of nowhere. He's sitting there. He straight pulls out a pipe, starts smoking it. And I'll be honest, I've been around some people smoking pipes, all right? You know what I mean? I don't know a whole lot, but like, if he was smoking weed and the cloud brew right past me, I would know exactly that's what he's doing. Nope. Was just this chemically ass. Straight up meth smell, dude.
Not even like base, like straight meth?
Dude, I think he just straight up had like a meth pipe. And was just straight over, because I saw him doing the rolly technique that they do with the meth pipes. How to like roll it to keep it all evenly heated. And then he like hit his meth. And then just folded back over and started scratching his legs again, dude.
Oh my god.
And I felt bad, man, because there I am, like, trying to skate, have a good day, improve my life. And I just see this homie just fucking... Dog,
Sounds
man.
like an anti-drug campaign. Kids, don't do crack, skate
Bro,
instead.
and I have been skating at skate parks my whole life, and I've always been like... My parents were always like, don't go to the skate parks. That's where you get drugs. And I was like, that's not true. And then the very first time I wanted drugs, do you know what I did?
You went to the skate park?
Put on my skates and went to the skate parks. I learned from my parents that that's where you got drugs. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I was just a little bit of weed at the time.
Right.
But now I'm sitting here at fucking 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. Mm-hmm. And this skate park, right over here, the Fairmount Park, it's the biggest, most gnarliest one in Utah. It's known for like where they have huge competitions.
They had Shredfest there, didn't they?
Yes, it is like the biggest. Pros go there. It is like the premier skate park in the skate. And you can see this dude is just sitting on the bench right outside.
Yeah.
Just ripping meth.
I remember last time I was in town, I got invited to a skate park because someone was like, bro, we should go have sojus and skate. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, we'll down sojus and then we'll skate. It's like, I don't want to down sojus and try and ride a skate.
What are sojus?
It's basically Korean sake.
Oh. Like almost a Four Loko, but with sake?
Kinda. I mean, it's Korean, though. It's like the Korean variation.
Sake. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they come in like little bottles. It honestly looks like soy sauce, but they have like Hello Kitty ones and shit. It's kind of funny. They're usually pretty fruity in flavor, like blatantly fruity, not even subtly fruity. Who you calling?
Sorry.
You're getting on here in 2 minutes.
I know. That's why if he answers, this is going to either be the best end or the worst end ever to a podcast. I'm banking it all on this.
Bro, just don't insult him off the bat. Like, just let him say what's up.
Oh, I'm not calling who you think.
Oh.
Fuck.
Damn.
Tried seeing if Alden would call in.
Oh.
He just texted me back and was like, sorry, dude, I was at this thing. What's up? And I was like, I'm going to call him right now. See if I can get 10 seconds of a fucking sign off for us.
Well, you want to call it? We got an hour.
We hit the spot, everybody. Love y'all. For our fans, by the way, once again, I still got to shout out our fans in Frankfurt and Brussels that are keeping our only numbers.
Yeah, and what's that, what's it called? What's our TikTok handle? So they know where to see that TikTok live from the show.
The exact same thing.
Prepared for Nothing?
Prepared for Nothing. At Prepared for Nothing on TikTok. We're at Prepared for Nothing on every single thing. Except for Instagram. We're Prepared for Nothing pod.
Okay. That's pretty cool. It's official.
Yeah. So go to Prepared for Nothing. Look at our TikTok. You can see a kind of shit view of the studio even when I pan around looking at Connor. So
yeah.
Have a good day, boys and girls. Peace and love. Fuck the Skyview people.
Yeah, fuck them. Damage your property.
Kill them.